From India, Mexico, America, Russia, Pakistan, European Parliament, and many places in between. Nearly 4 billion people, roughly half the world's population, will go polls in 2024. There will almost certainly be a general election in dear old Blighty too. It would be comforting to see the coming year as one big festival of democracy, comforting but wrong. Although votes will be cast in more than 60 countries, 2024 is more likely to be a year of crisis for democracy, which is in greater danger than at any time since the Cold War and perhaps even the 1930s. Far from being year democracy, the danger of this year being year despots is even greater. First of all, some of the elections planned for 2024 will be neither free nor fair. No matter what Russian voters actually think, who can doubt that President Vladimir Putin will return to power in the Kremlin? Indian democracy currently tainted by an ugly Hindu nationalism promoted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is almost certain to be re-elected and likely to become even more authoritarian and even more pro-Moscow. It doesn't matter how people vote in Pakistan. The military and intelligence services maintain some form of control. NEIL Putin says Russia will never retreat from Ukraine in New Year's message. Some election results may make the world less safe for democracy. If Donald Trump returns to the White House in November, which all polls suggest is likely, what hope is there for Ukraine? It would cut off U.S. military aid and force President Volodymyr Zelensky to demand peace for the losers. Putin was playing hardball and grabbing whatever he could. Even without a Trump second presidency, America's appetite for standing by Ukraine is waning. A $60 billion military aid package is languishing in congressional impasse, thanks to the machinations of Republican isolationists. It's not just Ukraine that has reason to fear Trump. His deep-seated discontent with NATO will weaken and undermine, perhaps even destroy, the vital military alliance that keeps Europe, including Britain, safe. Endangering NATO while insisting that Kiev hand over large parts of Ukraine to Putin would reignite Russia's revenge and act as a spear through the heart of European democracy. It's hardly worth thinking about. The European Parliament has little geopolitical importance, but prospect of a shift to the right in this year's elections would normally be seen as an encouraging hardening of bloc's backbone when it comes to defense spending and a firmer stance against Russian expansionism. But Europe's new populist right, which could form largest political group in parliament after the June elections, is depressingly close to Kremlin. Many of the leading lights in France, Italy, Germany and elsewhere are happy to parrot Putin's speeches and act as defenders of the dictator. European democracy therefore risks being further weakened by the rise of the new right. And Russia has become even more emboldened. The despots start